Hello everybody and welcome to another mukbang. Yeah, a proper mukbang where we have our dinner and talk to you, not where we eat so much food we're sick.
Yes.
Like what some folk do.
It's been a minute.
It's been a while since we've done a mukbang, although we've scatteredly got back into our lives, as in our live streams. Hi, welcome back to the channel. It was your first time here. Hello, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
those vegan guys.
And when we do a mukbang, it's a mukbang a la cheap, lazy vegan mukbang. Just sit, chat, have our dinner. Can somebody let us know? Can you hear and see us okay? Is everything fine?
Yes, I hope so. I hope so.
I certainly hope so too, but it's always better to check.
For those that are able to, we are.
Yes, they can hear and see us. Yeah.
Thank you, Will. Appreciated. We're streaming at 1080 with the proper webcam.
Yeah, we're doing the. We already pay for StreamYard. It's about 23 quid a month or something. I think it goes up to about 40 HD. If you want to use HD, I think it's about 40 quid a month.
Right.
So whether we tap into that, and many of you support us on Patreon and as channel members, so we do get a couple of £100 a month, but we already spend over 100 of that on music, TubeBuddy, all the bits that you kind of subscribe to when you're a YouTuber.
But hopefully you can see, you can see us a bit clearer. We don't generally ever have any issues with the sound. The sound is generally pretty good, but hopefully you can see us a bit clearer. Definitely clearer than you could see us. Definitely clearer than you could see us on last Sunday's Cooking in the Kitchen.
Because the wrong bloody webcam was selected.
Yeah,
the one that's attached to the laptop.
You know what?
Which is why we had this one in our wish list.
I'm just going to say it as it is. For the quality of the laptop that we use, which is a decent laptop, the webcam that's built into it is atrocious. It's terrible. Anyway,
right. We've got here Blue Dragon noodles. I'll take you through it all. So we wanted something. We had our Chinese platter last night, as you will see if you watch our meals vlog on Tuesday. But I said to Jay, now get this, how weird's this, people? I said to Jay a few days ago, I looked in the fridge and there was no tofu. And I said, I never ever want there to be a time moving forward that there is not tofu in that fridge.
You're not wrong.
I know.
You're not wrong.
So tonight I fried a block of tofu, TOFOO, the firm one, cut it up into little pieces, mixed it in a bowl with gunera. Oh, sorry. With sesame oil, salt, pepper, paprika. Yeah. Mixed it all up, fried it in the frying pan, set it aside. Then I did shredded white cabbage, thinly sliced red pepper, and thinly sliced tomato. Fried that up in the wok. Added the Blue Dragon noodles and a satay sauce.
Delightful.
So that's what this is. Oh, and I put the tofu back in at the end when it was all cooked. So that's what this is. So I've been dying to have a taste of this.
I am just going to give a shout out to everyone and say welcome one and all, but I'm going to give you a special shout out to Alison and to Joe, who are here for the first time on the live stream. Welcome one and all. Nice to see familiar names in the chat and familiar faces, but nice to see new folk as well. And now we're going to stuff our faces.
I wish I'd have put more chili in.
You wish you'd have put more chili in? Yeah. Those who are new here, when we do a mukbang like this, we will eat and generally just chat, answer questions as we go. And then once we've finished stuffing our faces, we'll segue into part 2, where we get rid of all this stuff. We bring you in a little bit closer and we kind of just round things off, answer any other questions and, you know, get a bit more intimate.
Now, these are the Plant Chef prawn crackers from Tesco. Never tried them. So this is a first.
Oh, I should start with the cracker myself, really.
Well done, Derek.
Yeah, that Derek Sano, he knows his stuff, doesn't he?
He's a good man.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm. Great. Great. Blue Dragon spring rolls are the top ones, and the bottom ones are 4 from the pack of 12 I got for 99p at Lidl. The vlog of which you will see on Monday. Look forward to the Lidl vlog. We were very surprised, very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Oh, you'll all see, as they say.
It's well worth a visit. Even I bought stuff.
I think I saw before. Oh, the chat is thick and fast, as always, which is just how we like it. That's it. Peter said, seriously considering next time I come to the UK going to Beck Hall.
Oh, do. You're very right to do so, Peter. What a wonderful place.
You will not regret it, good sir. You will not regret it.
Thinking about doing a grub club there, actually.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I know.
That'd be so... A Yorkshire Grub Club?
I need help.
Who's up for that? Get a bunch of us to Beck Hall in Yorkshire. I've just realised we've tucked in. I didn't pour us any wine.
You didn't?
Did I? So, this evening we are on a £6 Chianti.
Sure.
From that there Tesco. There it is.
Clearly marked vegan on the back.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but it is clearly marked. There you go. There. And then camera back focused. Excellent.
Right, I'm going to have a Blue Dragon spring roll because I'm going to compare these.
Oh, yeah.
Which were a box of 8 for 150 from Heron.
I was going to say I'm not pouring that way. It's on there. There we go.
Thank you.
Here, thank you.
Marvellous. Thank you.
Ta. So yeah, how is everyone? How is everyone? Is everyone having a good weekend? Is everybody gearing up for the festive season? Not that you have to. Don't feel obliged at all. You do you. I always say that, particularly when it comes to the festive silliness. If you don't want to subscribe to it, you don't have to. Right. Which one?
No, put that back.
Top one.
Top one's a Blue Dragon.
Right.
Bottom one's a Lidl.
Ah, okay. Blue Dragon first then. Right.
Which we've already had on a dinner last week, I think. Very nice. Very, very nice. 150 for 8. And these are the ones from Lidl that are in a box of festive. The marketed festive.
Okay.
By a very small margin, Blue Dragon. The veg has got a bit more to it. And it's just like the softer veg.
Yeah. I think I would agree. But you know what? They're both pretty great.
12 for 99p for a Christmas pie. Brilliant.
Dorcas, the weather. Let's just get that out of the way because we are English. We do like to talk about the weather sometimes. It's been atrocious all day.
Awful.
Absolutely miserable it's been. And we got a storm coming in as well. Eldin. Storm.
Oh, is that not here yet?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, nice.
Or it might be.
Nice.
This might be it. This might be like the sort of, we're getting the side of it, you know. Imran's in the house. Hey, you guys. We're doing pretty good, Imran, mate. We're doing pretty good. Right, I'm going to scroll down. If we miss anything in the chat whilst we're eating, do feel free to copy paste. And we do try our best to keep up and catch up as we're going. But I need to. Tuck into this and try not to make a mess at the same time. This is great.
Yeah, it ain't bad at all.
That's what I was looking for, because I was seeing a few responses in the chat.
What?
In reply to me asking how everyone's doing, Will and Chris. Will says, we're all good, thanks. We're due to meet our future son for the first time on Friday.
Oh my God, guys.
Guys, that is amazing. So chuffed for yous. Yeah, that is epic stuff. Epic stuff. And yeah, all of our best wishes to you both, seriously.
I'm quite jealous of your son.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
You two as dads, my God.
Yeah.
Beautiful humans. What a amazing upbringing. Well done, guys. Yeah, I do love you. Incredible.
I bet you're excited, Chris. I bet you're excited. It's amazing. So cool. Another one of these. I think the spice is not too bad in it.
No, it's slow.
And
I only put one chili in though.
You're getting to see my chopstick skills or lack of chopstick skills.
Adam, what questions are you asking? Have you asked someone with wisdom, love? Or is it the football, isn't it? I saw a picture of him and his mate before.
He is.
I think it was 1-0 or something, were it? But then.
That's better. Take the face to the bowl. It's the way to go.
I'm a prawn cracker. Very lovely.
Stephanie, it's so funny you should mention that, because our lovely fur child Isis did very similar earlier on. 3 times, I might add. She has the memory of, I don't know, I'd say the memory of a fish, but I think it's been disproven now that it's a myth that fish have short memories. But she's got a terrible memory. The 3rd time, gust of wind, she legged it back into the living room, whinging and moaning, basically. I can't blame her, to be fair.
Yeah, but is it as if it's our fault?
Yeah.
Like, what have you done to the weather?
Yeah.
I'm
guessing Adam may have an intermittent signal. He's going to kind of watch properly when he gets home. Cool stuff. Cadria, we didn't have a choice, unfortunately. We were both sat around in our scrags till about, I think, 1:30. Was it about 1:30? And then we were like, well, I suppose we better go to Tesco. Otherwise, I don't think we would have left the house today, to be perfectly honest.
No, we wouldn't.
Yeah, I kind of need to be there.
I'm just going to bring my bowl to me.
I feel your pain, Ashley. I feel your pain. No one should have to work in this. That's why I have such respect for like, you know, like refuse collectors and that, you know, because regardless of the weather, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, they're there, aren't they? Week in, week out. Thanks, Barbara, for the reminder. Thumbs up on the live stream. Always gratefully appreciated. This is gorgeous, mister.
Definitely the Blue Dragon spring rolls, Alison, but marginally. The little ones are lovely. I only prefer these because they go better with the meal we're having.
Yeah.
But they're nice, the little ones.
Oh, is it Cadria? Cadria. So sorry to read that. But yeah, you know what? Quite a few people have said that about the co-op. It makes me feel slightly better about sort of ripping into them a little bit, because it's not just unique to our co-op near us. It actually seems to be in quite a few other places as well. So yeah, that's a real shame. Real shame. I hope they pull the socks up. I hope they do. Most definitely. Oh, Vampire Jack. Mrs. is set off soon for a shift at Asda. I feel bad for her having to go out in this weather. That sucks. That does. Yeah, we both, in the past, many years ago, we've done shift work. And we weren't keen, were we? Shift work isn't great, you know, where you kind of working odd hours.
Samuel, the noodles are Blue Dragon. Tesco have got an offer on at the moment. Although, get this is controversial. They had Blue Dragon noodles and stir-fry sauces. So we got the medium noodles and the satay sauce, both clearly marked vegan. And then they had Blue Dragon prawn crackers, and it was prawn crackers, noodles, and satay sauce for £3. But they had these alternative ones there as well, as if to say, however, for you vegans, you can have them instead. No, we didn't get the offer, did we?
Yeah, even though they were right there.
Discriminatory. On
the same shelf with the offer. Slightly discriminatory towards the vegans, you know. Yeah. Quick shout out to Sophie. Sophie says, yay, I caught a live with you guys, loving your Vlogmas videos. Thank you.
Thanks, love.
And thanks for being here. Yeah. It's a bit of work, not gonna lie, but we enjoy it, and we enjoy bringing good content to you. And that's why we were a bit miffed about the co-op vlog, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, Leanne, that sucks. So Leanne says, Tesco near us has halved the plant-based fridge section and filled the other bits with Xmas dairy and meat. Livid. Yeah, that does suck. That really does. All right. I'm gonna just take a minute to just have a right good munch. Oh, it's
wow,
it's so tasty. Oh wow, Samuel, 6 cats. No way. Northeast Lancs. Yeah, I think the entire country's getting hammered, isn't it, basically? I mean, I say hammered by our standards.
Yeah.
You know, our friends over the pond in other parts of the world. I actually laughed to myself the other day when it was like on the news and it was like critical conditions, critical snow conditions. And I don't want to make light of it because I know some people do find themselves in terrible situations here in the UK with snow and really bad stormy weather. But the snow was like 4 inches. 4 inches. And it was like, we just can't handle it in this country, can we? We can't handle the snow in this country.
Close everything down.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoying all of this. Where are we up to with the spring rolls? Have I got 2 left?
Them 2 yours.
Fabulous. I think, excuse me, bit of that sucked down my throat then for a second, the shell. Barbara, this has been going on a while now. And we need to do something about it. And I don't know what to do about it. But Aldi US needs to get with the times. Because we've had so many people over the last few years from other parts of the world that shop at Aldi tell us that their selection for vegans is minimal, if not non-existent. So I'm wondering whether we can just start a bit of a movement for our friends over the pond to kind of just say to Aldi, hey, we understand your business models. We know you've got to make money, but can you please at least start to trial some stuff in your Aldi supermarkets in the States and in Germany, you know, and in other places where you've got Aldi stores? Because I'm sure it would be appreciated by a lot of people. I really do. Just my thoughts anyway. Jules, it's funny you should mention that actually, because Jules is saying, when are you guys doing another heat challenge? Maybe Pepper. Oh, Pepper X, sorry. Pepper X isn't on the cards anytime soon, Jules, but we have got quite a few hot sauces lined up that we will be trying at some point in the not too distant future. So please do watch this space. We love our hot sauces, don't we? We really do. And I know a lot of you enjoy watching us do our hot sauce taste tests here on the channel. So good. Nice to get our tofu fix as well.
Yeah, we've both been craving tofu. It still surprises me that I say that now. I remember being a vegan at one time saying I will never be into tofu, ever. And things change.
Oh, wow. See, now that's proper weather, Barbara. Barbara says we get blizzards in Wisconsin with temperatures near 20 degrees below zero. 20 degrees below zero. I mean, I don't think I've ever experienced anything lower than sort of -8, 7, 8. I think we've had -7, 8 last year. I think we had, or the year before. It was really, really cold, but nothing any lower. That's like extreme for us, isn't it? Like -7, -8. I can't speak for, like, you know, the Scottish Highlands. Might be different up there. Whilst I'm thinking about it as well. And here's the weird thing, because I just mentioned Scotland, I have no idea why you came into my head, Mum, other than the fact that you used to work up that neck of the woods. But because I mentioned Scotland, suddenly Mum came into my head, and I remembered, hopefully, Mum and Dad are back from their adventures, and they may be watching us live. So I say, Mum and Dad Brom, much love and best wishes, and we'll see you soon. Yeah, I'm warm. I did turn the heating down.
Did you?
I anticipated being sat in front of a radiator, and I thought that's not a good idea. The radiator isn't on, but I am warm. Yeah, I shouldn't complain. Oh, Morgan. Oh, I can't even think about that. I can't even think about those temperatures. It gets to -40 sometimes, even a little colder where I live, northern Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I bet it's beautiful though, Morgan.
Do you feel pressured to speak? Because you're talking a lot tonight, and I just want you to enjoy your dinner for a few minutes.
No, I don't feel pressured to.
Nobody will mind.
I know. I don't feel pressured to. No,
you don't mind, do you? If we're quiet for a minute, like I've been while I've been eating my dinner. Reality. I just want him to enjoy his dinner while it's warm, because Saturday sauces go cold and sticky quick. I put some extra peanut butter in the sauce though. I put about a heated tablespoon in the NutriBullet with a splash of water and 1 frozen finger chilli. Blitz that so I have a bit more liquid.
I'm glad you did.
Dorcas, yeah, Jason, give Paul a chance.
You know what? You're not wrong.
I just want to be quiet and eat this for a minute, to be honest with you. That's what I'm saying though. We shouldn't feel like that one of us always has to be saying something. The spring onions at the last minute.
Yeah.
I've still got a bit of bite.
Yeah. Consider me momentarily zipped. Yeah. Cheers.
Oh man, it smells more, to be honest.
It'd be rude not to.
Would be rude.
Dorcas. Yeah.
You don't mind. I can hold them both, you know.
Oh.
Here's an interesting visual for you. Thank you.
I think I might have accidentally given myself slightly more there.
Oh, as if that's like a strange thing.
It's not. It's not really.
It's very cheeky.
Oh, Will and Chris.
Very naughty boy.
Will says, any teasers for the rest of Vlogmas? It's funny you should ask. It's funny you should ask. I think we said at the start or near the start, it might have been pre-Vlogmas. We kind of had a few ideas and we kind of knew that we were going to hit a lot of the supermarkets. But beyond that, it's just as and when it comes, do you know what I mean? Inspiration, ideas. We don't plan too far ahead, do we?
No. We don't. Actually, the little vlog might be tomorrow. Because I think I said on it, Vlogmas Day 10.
Yeah, Lidl's tomorrow.
Yeah. Little vlog tomorrow.
Lidl tomorrow. It's a belter. Absolute belter. And it's kind of like we always say, you know, we've been really bad. We've been down on Lidl in the past, but you know, when a supermarket
share content from the little vlog.
No. I'll just say that when a supermarket does good things, we will praise them. When they do not so good things, we will also point that out and reference that as well, won't we? That's what we do. That's what we do.
So good.
Right.
The spring onion is still crispy because I put it in last minute. Cut it up straight into the pan with a pair of scissors. horseshoe cut, I think they call it, you know, on the diagonal. I think it's called horseshoe cut.
Yeah.
Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong there.
Chris, thank you. Complimenting us on our glowy vase. Paul said earlier, and he's absolutely right, I wish there was a way, and I'm sure there is a way to do it. It's a bit like a ship in a bottle, isn't it? I wish there was a way to spread the lights out a bit more evenly.
You got to take it out.
Did you hear that then?
That was a really violent gust of wind.
It was also sounded like a child had been taken off into the air by the wind. Yeah, what do you have to do? You were saying? The lights.
Take them out of there. Wrap cotton around the actual lights, and then around another one so they're closer together, and then put it in there so it suspends a bit. You get me?
It's actually quite simple. It's quite a simple idea, isn't it? Really? Yeah.
Gorgeous. Really, really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Which is funny, considering we had a Chinese last night, and it's, you know, very similar tastes.
Yeah.
But it is very different, isn't it? A noodle dish to our Chinese platter.
Yeah.
Is anyone else really looking forward to cooking Christmas dinner? I think I've said it a few times now. It's my favourite meal of the year to cook, because there's so many elements to it, and each element has its own specific way of putting it together, you know.
I suppose,
love it.
Is it fair to say as well that because you're quite practiced when it comes to that, it does take the stress off a little bit? You know what you're doing.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah.
So good.
Oh, Heather, I'd love to come and help you with that. I'd love to cook for that many people. I really would. I know it'd stress me out, but I kind of like that. But only with food, isn't that funny? Only in the kitchen. I don't mind the stress and the pressure in the kitchen because I love being around food, and I love creating things, and I love. This is why I'm married to Perfect Man, because he adores everything I cook. And that makes me feel good, you know. Adam has 5 trees. 5, I believe. I hope you get to chill out soon, Leanne. We've got 2 more weeks in work, pair of us. We both finish on Thursday the 21st.
Yeah.
Thursday the 21st, and then we're off until January the 2nd. So I've had to use quite a chunk of annual leave for that. And it took a lot of working out with work, because there's a lot of support workers. And thankfully, a lot of the people that we support, like my main dude, is covered from the day I finish till the day I go back. Is either with family or friends. Brilliant that, because it's like I don't have to worry.
Mm-hmm.
And I would. Just because that's who I am.
Yeah. And I thought, without going into too much detail, I thought we'd be able to gently start winding down end of next week. But I'm not, without going into detail, I've got no need to go into detail. You don't want to be bored with all of that. It's going to be foot on the pedal until probably the Wednesday, the 20th for me.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole ton of stuff I've got to get done before the Christmas break.
Work-wise.
Yeah, but we're going to have a great Christmas break.
Oh, I've got a very busy 2 weeks ahead.
Yeah.
But when I'm off, I'm off.
Mm-hmm.
That's me off. You should be hearing from the Vegan Queens sometime after next weekend. So watch out for that. Some bits coming. Some random throwaway bits and some really important bits.
Yeah, to all of that. Right, just to finish this last little bit off.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to waste a morsel, to be perfectly honest.
Why would you want to? Edamame, spring onions, noodles, peanut sauce. What's not to like? Cabbage.
So good. So good. Mm. Oh.
Right. You stay there.
Okay.
I'll shift these bits.
KH, you're awesome.
Leave them there.
You want to grab that?
Yeah.
I'll grab these, which on this particular evening happens to be kind of related, actually. Complete book of home preserving and ultimate juicing. There you go. There you go. So Paul's just sung that, which has just reminded me. I'm gonna bring you in a little bit closer. Oh, there we go. How's that?
Is that better?
Yeah. Oh, but no, now people can't see this. Got to have a little bit of festive niceness. There we go. Yeah, Paul was just singing a song from Dear Evan Hansen, which is on Netflix now. And I'm not going to lie, kind of fallen a little bit in love with it. And I've fallen a little bit in love with Ben Platt. He is an amazing vocalist. Absolutely amazing vocalist.
He really is.
I'm not going to lie.
Oh, hi. A little bit closer. Hi, darlings. You're not going to lie. Oh, I don't know. After 26 years of being together,
I'm probably going to...
it'll be a bit shit if he started lying on us.
I'm just going to bring these back over here. Just in case. I want another little nibble, you know. In fact, I do. I want another little nibble right now.
Because I'm tapping on glass. I'm waving through a window.
Oh, Leanne, isn't it? Isn't it so
Can
good?
anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving?
Waving.
Whoa. We've just bought Ben Platt's album, Reverie. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
It really is, isn't it?
So glad we've started buying music again.
Yeah.
Kind of like...
We had a break for a while, didn't we? And then we've just been like, music's pretty cheap these days. We want to support the artists in our tiny little way. And we want to listen to great music, don't we?
Yeah.
You know.
So we've got, if you didn't see the road trip vlog, on our road trip, we took Kylie Minogue, Tension, brilliant album. So good. As well, and Chris said, it's Padam wasn't a one-off It's a great album. We've just bought Take That, This Life. Beautiful.
So good.
Oh, the boys. So proud of them. I got a story for you. When I was a little wolf cub and you were a brownie. That's a gay song that drag queens used to mime. That's not what I've got to tell you. What I've got to tell you is years ago, when I was just a little teenage boy on the gay scene, I went to what was that club called? It matters not. I went to a club. It's on Bloom Street in Manchester. It was next door to New York, and it was downstairs. And I can't, for the life of me, remember what the club was called. But there was a great friend of the club was the manager of Take That. So I saw them when we were very similar ages. I saw them as teenage boys dressed in leather shorts and rubber knickers, and because he marketed them at first totally to the gay scene in all leather and rubber gear, and they didn't look good in it at all. I mean, they really didn't. They were young lads. Do you know what I mean? But I remember seeing them and thinking, they've got gorgeous voices and they look bloody awful. They look horrible. And then when they got famous, I was like, yeah, Take That.
Just marketing, isn't it?
That new album. We've got Troye Sivan's new album. Brilliant, visibly queer. So is Ben Platt though. Ben Platt, very openly gay.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, I don't actually know about how well Take That are like established over in the States. I actually genuinely don't know. Like, I can kind of understand what Barbara's saying about Take That being a recent discovery. I don't think they made it here in the US. Maybe not. Maybe I don't recall them ever kind of going and doing like a tour of the US or anything like that. So I've no idea. But yeah, great album. Really great album. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I removed that, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, did he turn up here?
Yeah.
He sent a lot of emails.
I know, I've seen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's all good.
So yeah, very.
Wow, what a terrible error.
Really troubled and damaged individual, and I'm going to name him Jim Parsons. Jim, seek help. So I've reported you to the police, by the way, because you threatened to murder me in an email today and asked me to show you my privates and said my husband was cheating on me with a woman that he was planning to rape. You're a very, very, very sick man. And if we and what we have makes you jealous and hateful and want to lash out and say horrible things, seek help. Because you're not us. You never will be us. You'll never be a part of what we have. You've shown us that you are vile, troubled, dangerous scum. And I'm going to get you taken off Gmail and probably Google. Don't ever contact us in any way ever again, you sick bastard. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah. Why are you here? Why are you here? Don't mess with us. People, I'll say one little thing just very briefly because I have been triggered slightly. I wasn't even gonna acknowledge it, but now you've acknowledged it, I'm gonna just say, people take our niceness for weakness.
Oh,
when people are nice and positive in life and try to help others, and we've got this beautiful community here, people take that for weakness. Don't take our niceness for weakness.
No, that it would be a foolish mistake. It
Yeah.
really would, because if you ever said anything like you emailed to my face in the street, well, actually, what I would do is just apprehend you and call the police. But in a world without law, there would be a different outcome. Anyway, let's move on.
Draw a line in the sand. Let's continue with the niceness. Yeah. The food has been gorgeous. I've got my husband to thank
I
for
really
that.
enjoyed that noodle dish. But do you know, we've done this a couple of times there, because as you all know, usually when we have a noodle, it's noodle soup. We love noodle soup, but that detracts sometimes from us having what I would call dry noodles or slightly saucy noodles because we're always focused on noodle soup. We did a curry one when we were both poorly a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I did like a dry curry noodle. That was beautiful. I think I did a recipe vlog for that. Or I just showed it in a meals vlog. I can't remember. It was bloody good anyway. But that tonight was beautiful. Those Blue Dragon sauces, you know, they're good. You always have to check them, but most of them are suitable for vegetarians and vegans. Yeah, which is fantastic.
I'm just a lucky guy. Do you know what I mean? Because going back to what Paul was saying before, Paul knows me really well. But regardless of that, just always putting out decent food. And you know, keeps my fast metabolism topped up 99.9% of the time. Quick shout out to Tony. Thank you, Tony. Thank you.
Your straightest fans.
Yeah, one of your straightest fans. It's a spectrum. It's a scale. Isn't
actually, most of our, I think most of our, if I had to apportion our channel members and friends, it's probably 85% heterosexual.
Know why that is, don't you? Because I'm gonna do what I tell others not to do. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sweep the brush broadly and say there's not a lot of vegans in the LGBTQIA community. I've said it. Prove me wrong. Come on, LGBTQIA vegans, come and join the fam. Join the fam. But yeah. We see it. We see all the stats in the background, where you're all from, and the percentages of English people and American people and European people. It's fabulous. I love it all.
Mark and Janice, Paul, how's your mum? Janice, she's very well. Thank you, Janice. She's finished her second bout of radiotherapy, and now we're just doing, I think they wait about 2 months after the treatment's ended before they give you another scan to see how it's done. So, I shall keep you all updated on that. But thank you for asking, Janice.
Yeah.
Might I have more wine?
You may.
May I have more wine, please?
Stephanie, thank you for the recommendation. Appreciated.
What? Tell me.
I'll put it back up just in case people didn't get a chance to read it. If you're ever in Glasgow, I highly recommend Ramen Deo for proper ramen. The aesthetic is an alleyway Tokyo ramen joint, and the staff are amazing. Oh, it sounds great. It sounds absolutely great. Thank you.
Love noodles.
And you know what?
So much.
I'm putting it out there. I mean, there's nothing specifically planned.
Pour my wine.
We have kind of talked about trying to get up to Scotland in 2024.
Well, we're going to,
you know.
Aren't we?
Well, we've talked about it. That's all we've done. We've talked about it.
We should. Really. We absolutely should.
But
I'm very into these prawn crackers.
Going back to what you were saying before, who would be up for a night at Beck Hall and a TVG Grub Club at some point in 2024? I'm just throwing that out there into the cosmos as well, because I think that would be absolutely awesome. I really do.
Julie, thank you for watching all of our stuff, love it. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Julie.
That's why we make it.
Nice one, actually. Will and Chris, absolutely up for Beck Hall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Well, listen, we'll try and see what we can do. You know, spring, summer, 2024, when the weather's nice, he says.
Even late summer, like after vegan camp out.
Yeah,
like September for your birthday.
Early autumn, yeah.
That'd be nice.
That'd be all right. I wouldn't mind it. Yeah. Wouldn't mind that at all.
Go on a couple of the hikes.
September 2024, Beck Hall. We will probably be back there before that if I've got anything to do with it, to be honest. But yeah, pencil it in, September 2024, Beck Hall, TVG Grub Club. Jay's birthday as well. Oh, I appreciate that, Barbara. Yes, for some of yous, Yorkshire, UK might be a little bit too far to travel.
Angela, breaking news. Hot chocolate is improved by adding brandy cream. Love that, Angela. Thank you.
I'm gonna pop that up. That's funny. Nice one, Angela.
Hey, that brandy cream, as you'll see in the was it in little? No, it's in another. Right, so we've got a little vlog coming. We've also got a bits and things vlog from Heron B&M Bargains. That's a very short one.
Yeah.
It's bits I've been filming while I've been working. In fact, I got told off the girl I was with in B&M Bargains with, because I was filming something, and then when I finished and came out, she went, "I was waiting for you." I was like, "Oh, I'm that sorry. I only stopped for a minute, love."
Thanks, Barbara. Apparently 6 more likes to reach 100. Let's do it. Let's do it indeed.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it till our hearts go boom. Go native, creative, living in a living room. This folly is jolly. Bend me over backwards on my hostess trolley. Let's do it. Let's do it tonight. I'll be very surprised if some of you don't know who that song is.
James, I'm gutted for you, but also there's a tiny part of me that's like, I'm kind of glad that they're booked up. I'm glad they're busy. I'm glad they're doing well. Long may it continue.
Yeah, but they've already started getting some really negative feedback. I noticed on TripAdvisor. So if you go and you have a good experience, give them a good shout out on TripAdvisor, will you? Somebody posted the other day, and I kind of understood the basic point. He was saying, we booked ages ago. We weren't told that the menu had gone plant-based.
Right.
If we had have done, we would have cancelled.
Right.
We got there and it's not for us. Plant-based is not for us. Anyone seen my Facebook page post the other day saying, when you say veganism isn't for me, vegan food isn't for me, it was because I saw that TripAdvisor post about Beck Hall.
Makes sense, yeah.
And I was just like, oh, come give it a chance. Like, it's not for you because you already did, you were angry. Oh, hang on, it's changed plant-based. Nobody told us. And there you go. Nothing you ate from that point forward, no matter how delicious it was, would you enjoy because you were already burned. I don't understand that kind of mindset.
Yeah.
Live it. Live your life as it.
Dorcas, that's just it. Why didn't they just try it? I mean, this is the thing. Barbara, by the way, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody that's given the live stream a thumbs up, and to all of those in the lovely community that have reminded others. Because I know you forget sometimes. We all forget.
I knew. Yeah, I get it.
I think a couple actually. I think Victoria Wood, Linda, Alex, Sally. Yeah. Will and Chris. Will, of course.
I love that song. I love that song so much.
But yeah, going back to what we were saying, what Dorcas just said, why didn't they just try it? Because unfortunately, there are a lot of people in the world who are sadly really, really self-restrictive. They're restricting themselves in life.
They feel like they're being restricted. Don't tell me it's a very basic.
Yeah.
It's not even that intelligent. But it's don't tell me what I can have.
Yeah.
I want a choice. I want dead things.
Yeah.
I want to have dead things. That's all it is.
That is exactly
without ever for a second thinking, hang on, why the fuck do I want dead things? Why don't I just taste it and see what it's like?
Yeah, because I actually genuinely believe that if they continue at Beck Hall the way they're going, I think some of that food is going to win awards.
That food,
genuinely.
I honestly, that suet pudding.
Oh wow! I had one mouthful. He gave me a little taste, and I was very grateful for the little taste. And if anybody saw the Beck
everybody
Hall,
saw. the vlog, how big the taste I gave you, and how small your spiced seitan on a cinnamon bun you gave to me. However, I was appreciative of it, and it tasted beautiful. But I gave you quite the wedge of mine to it.
Regardless of the complaints from the hubster about who shared the biggest amount of food, it was delightful. It was absolutely delightful.
This guy.
But yeah, it's I don't know. We could chat about this for hours, couldn't we, and get into the psychology of it all. But I think I said it to Paul, and I'm going to kind of just partially, very quickly paraphrase. We were talking the other night, and there's like, I can't even remember the distinctions that I made, but there's kind of like three people in the world. There's the people who I just absolutely don't care about what the Earth's going to look like in 30 years or 50 years. They just don't care. And therefore, based on that, they don't really care about anything. There's those who do care, but are not willing to make the changes that need to be made. And then there's those who really care, who make the changes.
I was going to start a conversation with Kat, but from what she just said, I think she's much further back.
Right, okay.
She started it from the beginning, I think.
Right.
Oh, can you do that when you come to, I don't know. Kat, will you be joining us on Christmas Day? Because we're live at 3 p.m. having our Christmas dinner. So come and have your picky bits with us, love.
Will, I did see that OpenAI predicts most of the world will be vegan by this is it 2070? Yeah, 70s. Yeah, yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense. If I don't know about you, and I don't know about you, but when you read stuff on like your Google feed, like your news on your phone, obviously it then caters to what you read and what you're interested in. So obviously we get a lot of information about stuff like this because we're vloggers and we do what we do. If you look at what's going on with alternative meats and the manufacturing of that stuff at the moment, even though there's a small minority that are screaming about it, that, you know, people from the animal agricultural industry, if you look at the population growth on the planet, there's only one way we can go. There's literally only one way we can go, and animal agriculture is not sustainable for how many people there are on the planet. It's that, it literally comes down to that. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's not sustainable. Can't keep doing it. We just can't.
No, there was I shared an article recently. It's over 150 scientists have said we need to stop, and we need to stop now. And the second point they made was moving towards a plant-based diet. The first one was about fossil fuels. Not vegans, scientists. Oh, I completely agree, Chris. I understand that they were disappointed. I just wish they'd have kind of thought, like I said, gone with the flow, and rather than just dismissed it straight away. If they'd have just gone with the flow and tasted the stuff, they'd have been like, oh my God, wow.
Yeah, they really would. That's the sad thing. That's the sad thing. And you know what? Where's your spirit of adventure? I'd call them out on that. I wouldn't even go into the whole vegan debate and animal cruelty. I'd just be like,
no, but I get it.
It's like, yeah, I know they're going
and
on
I do
holiday.
think that the hotel actually probably should have contacted them and said, we've changed our menu. It's not the menu it was when you booked.
Well, maybe.
We're now 100% plant-based.
Maybe.
And given them the option. I do think from a business point of view, that would have been the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But I do think people need to be open. It's like, how many articles do we need from climatologists and scientists and, you know, the people that know more than us in the world saying everything Jason just said, it's unsustainable. We can't continue. Well, stop putting your stomach before the planet. Your stomach will be fine on vegan food. It's not your stomach that's standing in the way. It's your ego. It's your ego.
Adam's managed to get 2 nights stay in August for the
Oh, nice one, Adam.
Bet call.
Ooh,
Yeah,
such a good time.
Just on that subject that we've just been kind of chatting about. Pretty. Some of you might have seen it. If you follow Mick the Vegan on YouTube, really interesting sort of 10-12 minute vlog that he put out a few days ago about some of the studies that have been done on specifically anti-vegans, and there's some very, very enlightening and interesting studies that have been done over the last few years, and he kind of references it and talks about it a little bit. Really interesting that there's a distinct correlation between anti-vegans and people who are science deniers.
Yes,
just throwing that out there. Like,
I'm assuming that's you, Tracy. So maybe everything kind of worms here. But how do people feel about David Attenborough's most recent statement, which is again urging people to go plant-based? He's not, is he?
No.
That's why it's annoying.
He does get called out a lot for his double standards on that subject. But I suppose the argument is, the argument that some people would put forward is that eating very little meat and fish is a more realistic goal. I don't subscribe or agree with that, but a large percentage of scientists, and I'll use the term environmentalists in inverted commas, would argue that a more realistic goal is to get the vast majority of people to reduce the amount of meat and fish that they consume. Like I said, I don't like that, but I think that's the camp that David Attenborough is in.
Yeah.
Sadly. But that's the reality of the world we live in, unfortunately, isn't it? That's really interesting, Kate, and thank you for sharing that. That's really interesting. And again, it's you know what? I think we've talked about this before, me and Thee, haven't we? And believe it or not, I draw a correlation here with Kate's comment, because I feel that because myself and Paul have spent so much time working with and living around typical northern working class people, I think we have quite a realistic expectation of what we can expect from people generally. But then I hold, if you don't mind me saying, I hold someone like your late great dad up as somebody who changed dramatically in his later years.
Yeah.
So on one hand, I'm like,
I wasn't vegan when my dad was alive, but I think if I had, because he fully embraced my vegetarian cooking, some of which was vegan by default. But I think he would have, because he loved veg. So
yeah.
He loved veg. In fact, I'll tell you a little story. He complained once to my mother when I was just a teenager, saying, "You never cook any bloody vegetables." We're a very typical northern working class family. Even though mum worked full time, she was still the one expected to cook. He went to the pub after work and then came home complaining that so anyway, a couple of nights later, she made him nothing but a plate of vegetables. Every vegetable she could think of on the plate with gravy. And he absolutely adored it and said, "That was fantastic, thank you so much." And she'd done it to be hateful and sarcastic, and he loved it. And then from then on, my dad said, "Do you know what? All right, I'll start making tea now and again, but I'm just doing vegetable stew." And my dad's green vegetable stews were amazing. I'll never forget them. And they were just veg.
Yeah.
Just veg.
Lots of interesting comments from you lovely folk. And I didn't know that, but Apparently, Connor says Chris Peckham was in that camp too, hence the booze he got a vegan camp out. Didn't really even know about that, which is a shame. But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, it's the constant double.
What camp?
In the sort of reducitarian camp, I suppose, for want of a better way of putting it. Like, let's just get everybody to eat less meat and fish. Let's not do the vegan thing. Let's just try and get everybody to, and it's like, no, let's do the vegan thing, because yes, it's about the environment, but it's also about the animals. I've always said this about, like, I feel like I'm getting on my soapbox a little bit about this now. I've always said that the meeting in the middle ground, for anybody who's a vegan, who's talking to somebody who hates the word vegan, the meeting in the middle ground for me is, let's talk about factory farming. Let's look at that, and let's get rid of that first, because that's the most horrific thing of all. Let's get rid of factory farming. And there's a lot of people who aren't vegan or even vegetarian that when they see what goes on in factory farms, if they're willing to take a few seconds to just look at the horror, they realize, and then we come back round to that whole scientific conversation around it not being sustainable for the population of the planet. Really difficult, though. It's really difficult. And that's why I admire and respect all of the people in the community that do activism in all of the many, many different ways that they do it, you know, because there are many different ways to do activism. And I respect and admire 99.9% of them. I'm going to have a spot more wine.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we shall, we shall bring our evening to a close. We usually do
between an hour and an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got Survivor to watch.
We have British Survivor. It's very good. It's very good.
Oh, so whilst we're on the subject, because we, as we're coming to the end of the live stream, we often talk about, obviously I've given myself slightly less than you, just to kind of balance it up from before. As we're coming towards the end of the live stream, often we talk about media, what we've been, you know, what we've been watching, what we've been doing. And I can't remember the name of the film that we watched last night now, but I took a picture of it. So
Landscape with Invisible Hand.
Oh, well done. Yeah. Landscape with Invisible Hand was the random film choice for last night on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's a belter.
Very good.
It's really good.
Very good.
It's, funnily enough, we won't want to give too much away, but if you fancy it, it's basically, in a nutshell, it's about vloggers that vlog to aliens. Landscape with Invisible Hand.
It's very good. Oh, it's very good.
It's very unusual, but great.
Mm-hmm.
If you fancy something a bit different.
And a couple of nights ago, we watched Jules.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I'm so glad you've mentioned that. Jules is incredible. It's such a good film. Please,
Jules.
if you watch
Jules.
it, Ben Kingsley, if you watch it, the first 15-20 minutes, it's very slow, it's very gentle, but honestly, it's a great hour and a half, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's such a good film. Oh, Alex says, you guys got me into Survivor. I'm hooked. So, James, Survivor UK is on BBC. So you can watch it on the BBC iPlayer or whatever it's called. BBC, you know, catch up. And, of course, Survivor US, which we've been watching for at least 15 years. We've been watching the US version of Survivor series, the original, for a very long time. That's a little bit more tricky to watch. You got to go online and kind of figure that out and work out where you can stream it from, etc., etc.
Julie, I'm going to suggest that you ask your husband to watch a documentary on YouTube called Earthlings. Earthlings. I try not to share too much. It cripples me. Sometimes I go on Instagram, and of course I'm following PETA and the Vegan Society and all. And sometimes I see a video and it thankfully, as you go on Instagram, you'll see a video and then it goes down, and I find myself going down because I'm like, don't not watch this. Don't not watch this. You still need to watch it. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
I can't handle what human beings do to animals and other human beings.
Yeah. I try not to think about it too much for the same reason. Because I go from opposite extremes, and kind of revealing a little bit about myself here now, which I don't do very often. I go from opposite extremes. I go from wanting to just sit on the floor and weep, not even an ounce of drama here, not exaggerating. I go from wanting to sit on the floor and just weep for humanity to the opposite end of that, which is feeling so infuriated and tense and angry and wound up with no way for that to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So
it's not good, is it?
Handling that and managing that balancing act, whether you are a content creator, a vegan, an advocate, or somebody on the journey or event, wherever you are, that's a difficult thing to manage. And that's why a lot of the time on the channel, we do talk a lot about kind of mental health and well-being, because that is intrinsically linked with being vegan. And Imran, mate, you are absolutely right. The term vegan has been absolutely exploited and warped by the media. The media warps most things. Let's not beat around the bush. It just does. And also, let's not forget about the fact that social media, social media channels are being absolutely bombarded with bots now. So half of the time when you're getting stuff kicking off online, whether it's related to veganism, whether it's relating to racism, transphobia, all that kind of stuff, a lot of the time you've got bot accounts that are coming into the mix, and they're the ones that are actually exacerbating it and making it a whole lot worse than it actually is. They're not even real accounts a lot of the time, and that's the most frustrating thing of all. Really, really difficult. Anywhere. Drink some more wine. We've put the world to rights, at least a little bit.
Well, we've tried.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
I completely agree, Jules. I think Earthlings should be shown in schools, in secondary schools, probably year 8 and up.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. There'd be an outcry from the dairy industry.
That's what happened when we were going teaching about homophobia.
Yeah, but it's even worse when it comes to like the agricultural industry.
I know. I'm just saying, parents are like,
yeah,
you raise me kids for me. Hang on a minute, how are you raising them?
Yeah. That's exactly it, isn't it, Heather? I think we all arrive at a point, don't we, where we don't need to see that stuff anymore because we've seen it, and our eyes are wide open to it all. And we also understand that there's a lot of people out there that might see this stuff and they'll be like, oh, but not in this country where we've got amazing animal welfare standards.
No,
and then
animal agriculture, full stop, no matter where it is in the world, is abhorrent.
Yeah, without
full stop.
Last one.
Right, we're going to bring this lovely live to a close. So first and foremost, I want to say massive thank you to Ashley and Leanne, our moderators, for being here, for looking after things and making sure that we don't get any sillies. Thanks to all of our patrons and channel members who help us keep doing this, because without you, we wouldn't be able to. Quite simply.
Yes.
And everyone who tunes in, watches our videos, shares, likes, comments, you all help massively, and we really appreciate you. So thank you.
Yeah, we really do. And I would say, as is often the case with a lot of our live streams, it's like that, depending on what subjects we get onto. But you know what? We are all individually and collectively making a difference. So even when it feels like it's really, really bad, And in other parts of the world as well. I read.
Oh, Janice, look after yourself, love. She's a caravan in this weather.
Oh, Janice, be careful.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I do think about our friends and our subscribers in other parts of the world. You know, a lot of the time in the UK, other parts of the world look at the UK and they kind of see us as a leading the charge almost when it comes to vegan and cruelty free and all of that. And we have it good in the UK in a lot of ways, but we're all making a difference. We're all making a difference. We got to keep trying in our own ways, however that may be. It can be a little 2-minute conversation. It can be sharing a video. But I'm really appreciative, kind of going back to what Paul said before, I'm really appreciative of this community and knowing that we're all doing our bit out there in the big wide world to make a difference.
Just making sure everyone's saying good night now, which is lovely. In this case,
Love you.
Love you. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you again very soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Don't be full of hate. Bye, loves.